Hello, good day. Welcome back to another math video. This video is a supplementary video of the two previous videos that we had on solving quadratic equations using factoring, extracting the square roots, completing the square, and by using the quadratic formula. Now this time, we'll be learning how to solve quadratic equations by using our scientific calculator. So how do we set up our calculator in such a way that it will help us solve quadratic equations? So first thing that we should do is go to mode. Just locate mode in your calculator. In my case, it's beside the on button. So I will click on this. Then after this, we'll be prompted with different options. So look for equation, EQN. In my case, it's in number 5. So I will click on number 5 on my calculator. In here, you will be presented with different equations. 1 and 2 are linear. 3 is a quadratic equation. So since we are dealing with quadratic equations, we're gonna click on number 3. And then after clicking number 3, you'll be prompted by this. We have A, B, and C. Remember that in our previous discussion, we said that the standard form of a quadratic equation is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So therefore, all we need to do is to identify our a, b, and c, input it in our calculator, and then it will give us the answer. So let's start with example 1. By the way, the examples that I am using are the examples that I used on our previous discussion. So last time, we actually solved this quadratic equation by using completing the square method, and we found out that the roots are 0 and -2. So let's try to make use of our calculator. Our a is 1, our b is 2, our c is 0. We don't have the value of c. So in our calculator, we will have 1 for a. Click 1 and then click equals. B, that will give us 2. So click on number 2 and then click on equals. C is 0, so just leave it as is. So we'll have 0 and then click on equal sign. And then after clicking the equal sign, it will give you the roots of the quadratic equation, which are -2 and 0. As you can see, -2 and 0 are our answers, which is also the same when we use the completing the square method. Let's have example number 2. So last time, we also solved this quadratic equation by, again, using the completing the square method, and we found out that the roots are 1 and -11. So by using our calculator, we will try to input that one and see whether we will arrive at 1 and 11 as well. So we'll click on AC to clear the inputs that we had. And then again, we'll input the values of A, B, and C. In this example, our A is 1. So I will click on 1 equals. B is a -12. So I will click on -12 equals. Our C is a +11. So we'll write +11 equals and then click equals to show the results. So we will have x sub 1 is 11 and then the other one is 1, which is actually the same with our solution when we use the completing the square method. Let's proceed to another example. So we have here x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. And again, we know that the roots of this quadratic equation are -2 and -4. So we'll try to use our calculator to counter check. So again, in our calculator, we'll click on AC to clear the inputs. A is 1 equals, B is 6 equals, and then C is 8. So we'll have 8 equals, and then click equals to show the results. So we will have -2 as our x sub 1 and x sub 2. That will give us a -4. So as you can see, our answers are correct. Let's have some more examples. Example number 4. Last time we had this quadratic equation and we used the quadratic formula to find the roots of this equation. And that will be -2 and a +7. So we'll try to use our calculator to find the roots of this equation instead of using quadratic formula. So to do that, again, we'll identify our A, B, and C. In this example, our A is 1, our B is -5, our C is -14. So we'll try to input that one in our calculator. So we have A is 1 equals, B is a -5 equals, C is a -14 equals, and then click on equals to show the results. So we have x sub 1 is 7 and then x sub 2 is -2. Next example, we have here x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. And again, the roots are -1 and -3. So our A is 1, our B is 4, our C is 3. We'll input that one in our calculator to check. So we have A is 1, B is 4, C is 3. Equals, and click equals again. So our roots are -1 and -3. We'll have the last example that we had last time. We have 2x squared plus 3x minus 20 is equal to 0. And again, we identified already our a, b, and c last time. So we have a is equal to 2, b is 3, c is a -20. So we'll try to use our calculator to solve for the roots, and it should give us 5 over 2 and a -4. Again, our a is 2, b is 3, c is a -20. So you have -20 equals, and then click equals again. For the result, we have x sub 1 is 5 over 2, and then x sub 2 should be -4. That's how to use our scientific calculator in solving the roots of the quadratic equation. We'll see you in our next video.